Welcome, everybody, to the True Earth Podcast, The Awakening Show. My name is Mike Pritchard, and I will be your host. This show is going to be based about interviewing individuals on their awakening experience of what it was like to unplug from the Matrix. And as time goes, if you stay on this show and keep watching, you'll find out what the Matrix is. You will learn that what we are told is not real. And we literally are in a matrix to a degree. But anyway, I'm going to start off by interviewing myself first, which is extremely hard. This is like my 10th take on trying this. And so, no matter what, I'm going to try to finish this now. Let's see what happens. Okay. So, about myself and my awakening, and it started off a long time ago, probably 40 years ago. And I was in the fifth grade. I was 10 years old. And I was always kind of a war anyway as a kid. I was one of seven children with pretty much a single mom my whole life because both men that she married, well, she married three, but two of the men that she married were in the military and they were never home. So it was like she was raising us anyway. So anyway, and so I was 10 years old. I remember because I had a kid do it with me. But one day I was with my mom in the kitchen and she pulls out this can of green beans and she says, "Michael, come here." And so I went over there and she grabs me by the wrist and she's like, "You see that right there?" And I'm like, "What?" "You see that can? That barcode right there? That's going to be on your arm someday." And I'm like, "Okay, Mom, sure." She could, and I must have said something, but she told me it was in Revelations and I had to read it. I had to read it. Not any other kid, but me. I have no idea why she called me over for that, but I was the only freaking kid that had to go read Revelations. And so here I am, 10 years old, reading this scary ass book. I was reading the Bible and, in Revelations, just reading away, got to Revelation 13, where it starts talking about the mark of the beast, and everybody is going to get either in their wrist or their forehead. And so as a kid, you're scared shitless. I mean, let's put it blunt. You're scared. You got nowhere to run to, nobody to talk to. Your mom don't understand Revelations at all. So here you are thinking the world's going to come to an end some. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so that steered me into thinking that the government was already corrupt, you know, knowing that they someday were going to force everybody to have a chip in their arm. And lo and behold, they're doing it in England and Ireland and other countries right now. It's no big deal. Just go, have them take a print of your hand, go to Trader Joe's or wherever those places are. Those, ugh. Anyway, don't need to go down that hole. But, and so, like I said, being 10, going through that, being scared. And then the next thing you know, they're talking about asteroids hitting the earth and all this crap. And you're going, "Oh my God." I listened. I didn't always pay attention, but I listened sometimes when it was interesting. But anyway, so let's move on to, as I went on through life, blah, blah. I ended up, let's go to age 19. So here I am at 19 years old, happy-go-lucky guy, working at a grocery store, living at large, not living at home, doing what I want to do when I want to do. Like I said, one of seven kids, you kind of got your wings pretty damn early anyway, because you were out and about doing what you wanted to do. What was she gonna say? She was at work. Anyway, so here I am, 19, and I ended up getting a job at a place called Mario's. It was a tobacco shop slash pool hall for kids. And obviously, back in the 90s, it was a lot different than it is today, uptight MFs. But let's just say these kids are in there playing pool and everything, and we're all having fun. And I come in and out all the time, started working there, got to know Mario real well. He became like a father figure to me, actually. Um, And so I go in there one day. I open up the big glass door, walk in, see Mario sitting there with this older gentleman, and they're off talking. And I ask them, I go, what are you guys talking about? I plant my butt, sit down, I'm going to chat with a bunch of old dudes. Why not? Learn something. So they're sitting there, Mario's talking, and the guy says, Mario thinks we didn't land on the moon. And I'm like, you don't think we landed on the moon? He's like, hell no. How the hell did we land on the moon? All I saw was cartoons. That's all they showed us was cartoons. We'd never landed on the moon. And all this stuff. And I started to think about it. Yeah, it does seem odd. You know, why would you just do that? And then they tell you that the moon is like 238, 238 million miles away or something like that. Or 238 miles away. And you got the sun and the moon, they're both the same size, they're both just sitting right there, and you're going, I see the sun at the same time, I'm seeing the moon at the same time. How is Australia on the bottom of this ball at the same time right there now, and they can see the moon as plain as day? It's because it's flat. Anyway, don't need to get into that. But I learned that at a very young age. I never believed in how far the stars were. I never believed in they're traveling at 66,600 miles an hour around all this universe, and 500,000 miles chasing the sun. It's like, you gotta be retarded to freaking think that we're even moving. Look at a lake, stationary. Oh, that's gravity. Okay, off subject. So 19, I was 19 years old when I found out, and questioned everything. I questioned everything. It didn't matter. I was always questioning. If I wasn't questioning, I was drunk. So there's that part of my life. But anyway, so then I would say I started to just live life, had a baby, got married, divorced, and then happened. I was living with my brother at the time. Just recently had gotten divorced, living with him. And I get this phone call in the morning that these buildings came down and all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wonder what happened. Well, these airplanes flew. Saw the second one, didn't see the first one, saw the second one. And I'm just like, what the hell? And then the next thing you know, everybody's waving these American flags within like a month. Oh, I love America. And you're thinking to yourself, what? Because they told you. They found a passport from one of the airplanes, from one of the killers 3 blocks away. How did it get there? Guys? That was a red flag. Hello? We never... You know what happened. If you don't know what happened, I am not going to waste my time trying to tell you what happened. You go figure it out. Go research. That's what this whole show is about. It's about just giving you ideas, and you get out there and you go look. Because the last thing we need is any more people being spoon-fed. The mainstream media has been spoon-feeding so many Americans right now that we have become full-blown retarded. Sorry I used that word. However, gay wasn't a bad word. Retard shouldn't be a bad word. They're changing everything. They sat there and never mind. Anyway, let's get back on topic. I'm a topic kind of guy. Anyway, so 9/11, load of shit. And I was so happy when the documentary started to come out, because I was like, I freaking knew it, and it showed everything and all that good jazz, Okay, so that happened. And I was just like, oh, geez. Okay, so let's say 8 years later, 2009, 2010 rolls around. and I end up buying my own home, couple houses on it, on an acre and a half. Been doing my thing with it, you know. I built a small little ghost town on it, and the purpose, never mind, I'm not going to go into detail. But I built this small little ghost town on the side and all this other stuff, and a garden and chickens and, people. Anyway, so I live on it now. But in 2010, I almost lost the property because of the market. I didn't understand what was going on. How come I couldn't get refinanced at that time? And the reason why I couldn't get refinanced was because the market had crashed. All the rates went, you know, everything. Loaning went to crap. They weren't doing any loans like that anymore. And so really thought I was going to lose my piece of property because my nephew had left the verbal contract that we had because his pipes had blown up inside his house, remodeled that, got my sister in there, got a family friend in there right on time to move in with Kelly, my wife. So moved with her, and then her daughter Renee, she has two children, Renee and Marquise. I have one. My daughter's name is Lissa. So if I bring up those names at any point in time, blah, blah, you'll know. So Renee comes and is cleaning, well, not comes, but Kelly's cleaning the room with Renee. And Kelly, I come home from work and Kelly comes up to me and shows me this bar of silver. I didn't know it was silver. I just saw this heavy thing. I'm holding it going, that's heavy. And there's a crown on it with 0.999 silver. So I knew it. Well, 1 + 1 is 2. So it had to be silver. And it said 10 ounces on it. And I'm thinking to myself, I got to look this up, So bump. Worth $400 something. So at that time, silver was sitting at $40 an ounce. Mind you, I go get a metal detector, didn't find any. Anyway, what I did do is that it turned me on to silver to understand what our government is doing financially and economically, because not only did I get shafted in the 2010 with the housing market, I got not shafted, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying right there. But I just lost track. Okay. Next video, I won't do something so I can remember shit. So find the silver, and then I look into it, find out about the Federal Reserve, find out about everything. Everything just started to flood, like all this information about money and the economy and what is being taken place, what has been taking place, what is continuing taking place. I mean, $31 trillion, folks, $31 trillion. You can't even fathom what $1 trillion is. That's how ridiculous it is. We can't even pay our own bills. I can't live like that. Sakes. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Silver. And so I started to research silver, started to get into the economy, started to understand all that stuff. So I've been kind of like, I don't ever really pigeonhole myself too much into any one subject. I try to like little here, little there, little here, little there, stuff that I need, the end goal of all of this is to put that puzzle together. I got the outside done. I'm done with the outside. I broke away from the matrix. I am not plugged in. Woohoo! But for those that are, hope you get unplugged, because you ain't gonna know freedom until you get unplugged. I mean, I'm being serious when I say that. You guys just follow me and follow the people I suggest following me, or look into them at least, because there's nothing worse than having a friend, or a loved one that's supposed to respect you, or a friend. Let's just stick with friend. They're supposed to respect you, because you respect them. They tell you something, go look it up. Don't sit idle. If they tell you something, don't disagree with them because you don't see it that way. See if what they're saying is true. We're never going to know. And that's the problem. If you guys keep denying what your friends are trying to help you and teach you and tell you what is happening around in this world right now, and you just completely ignore them, that's like showing them such disrespect. You can just say, sorry, I disagree, or something. And then I can show you the truth. But if you still don't want to see it, that's on you now. But anyway, so the economy, 2019, I think, the economy. Okay, so then lo and behold, freaking COVID. Oh my God. What a joke. What an absolute joke. I mean, please. Okay, so they tell you that it's 98 point something percent safe. You'll survive. You're going to live. It's like having a common cold, but everybody go gets a flu shot so they don't get the flu. And the next thing you know, they get the flu and they go, well, I got that flu shot. How did I get the flu? I don't get it. It's because you've gotten too many flu shots. That's the problem, is freaking dumbed you down. Anyway, so let's be a little bit more professional. And this will get better as time goes, guys. I'm new. Never done this before. Have no idea what I'm doing. Barely figured this shit out. So let's just take a moment. Bring it down. Okay. Now, totally lost track of what I was talking about. And that sucks again. So, we are going to hit on the topic of what happened next. Okay, so COVID happens. Everybody jumps on board with it. I'm at work. I'm thinking to myself, this is unreal. This ain't going to last. There's no way this is going to last. No freaking way. This is a cold. This is a common cold. You get to Okay, not going to go off the tangent. So, working at Costco, 22 years almost, or was it? No, 21 and a half as time went. No, it was 22. Well, anyway, who cares? Jesus. So, did it again, guys. Oh, that fart hurt. Ooh. Okay. I quit the job. I had to quit. I didn't want to put on a mask. There was no way on God's green earth I could see myself walking around anywhere with a mask on my face for something that is not real. Yes, there was something that made everybody sick. Let me give you a little hint. You don't put a patent on a virus. Why does COVID-19 have a patent? Hello! It's a bioweapon. It's not a vaccine. It's not a freaking virus. Viruses do not exist. Look it up. Go on to BitChute. Start watching the documentaries. It's right there. You know, we don't need to be spoon-fed anymore. We need to do the legwork on our own. Hence why Q said that there was no such thing as flat earth. It's you. You've got to figure out your shit before your shit dies, before whatever happens. Because this is not the end. This is not the end game. You learn. Go learn. We all need to learn. Start off basic, you know? Start looking into 9/11 if you're clueless. Start looking into all the shootings. I mean, for crying out loud. Start looking into just flat earth. By the way, shameless plug. Yeah, I don't even get what shameless plug means anyway, but I'm not shameless of anything. I'm fucking doing it. NASA, going effing nowhere. Jeranism, YouTube. Follow them, guys. Follow them. There's so many smart, intelligent people out there. They don't have to be on TV giving you directions. Start thinking for yourself. Start making your own path, your own direction. That's what we're all trying to do. We need to get to a common ground, because once everybody unplugs from the matrix, man, we're no longer slaves. We're not going to be paying no freaking Federal Reserve. We're not going to have an IRS. We're not going to have all this three-letter agencies. We need to live by the Constitution and Constitution alone. Boom. That's it. We need three parties, no more two. We need a third party that's for the Constitution alone. You know, Democrats, democracy, democracy, democracy. Look up the word democracy. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. Learn something. Learn something. It's all about learning, guys. We have to start learning. We've been dumbed down. That's what the interviews are going to be for. So you can see that these people actually have experienced an awakening, like an oh shit moment, like, I mean, I swear, I truly believe that, like, when people start waking up, their head starts twitching, man. Mine kind of did when I saw Mudfloods in Tartaria, because I knew stuff wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right. I knew that the history did not sound correct, and there was too much crap in the mud, you know? So Mudfloods shocked that crap out of me. And if you want to learn anything, learn about mudfloods first. You don't believe me in anything I say, go look into Mudfloods in Tartaria and the World's Fairs. John Levi on YouTube. He has tons and tons and tons of videos. I am the Improbable Dreamer, all one word. I am the Improbable Dreamer, one word, on BitChute, wherever. Look him up. YouTube. He's there. Look up just look it up. What's it gonna do? Oh, it's so scary. No, it's not. Okay, so back to my story, my awakening. My awakening probably happened when my sister passed away. She died of cancer. It came fast, thank God. You know, she did the chemo stuff, just made her sicker, obvious, because it's poison. And they don't have an idea how to cure cancer. Actually, they do know how to cure cancer. They just don't want that to go through. See, everything you talk about leads down rabbit holes. So, sister dies of cancer. That about tore me up like nothing else. Put me into my bed for a solid month and crawl out. Probably by the third month, I started to feel semi-normal. And really kind of hid myself, and a lot of self-evaluation and self-thinking. And I told myself when my sister died, I said, you know, I might have said it before then too, but I want to be like how I was when I was like 15 and 19 years old. I was the happiest person alive. I had so much freedom, and I had a full belly. Every night I ate and I ate. Oh, loved food. As a kid, couldn't get enough of it. Anyway, didn't get it much at home. Anyway, stories. But so my sister dies, and I start thinking about life. I start thinking about God. I wasn't questioning God, because why would I question God? I'm not going to sit there and say, why'd you take my sister? Why'd you take my sister? It's your fault. You know, it's like, what? It ain't his fault. My sister's the one who was popping the pills. My sister's the one that was eating what she was eating. You know, God had nothing to do with that. We have free will, folks. Whether your sibling or your spouse or whatever gets killed by a car accident, shit happens. You know, shit happens. You don't blame the creator for that. You know, anyway. It's just not right to do, guys. Anyway, so I'm sitting there in my bedroom looking at the TV. thinking what to watch, what to look at. And I started flipping through YouTube, and I see something about flat Earth. And I'm like, okay, let's look into this. Can I finally do it? So I go to Flat Earth Society, and I start watching it. I'm watching it for about maybe 5 minutes max. And it starts talking about how the earth is moving upwards, and it looked like this pancake with this weird bottom, and it's moving up at certain speeds. And I was like, oh my Lord, this is full of crap. Turn off. So I turn it off because I'm like, we're not moving. I know we're not moving. So I didn't look into it for like 2 weeks. And then I'm just bored again. I'm just thinking, like, what could I look up? Okay, let's just look up flat Earth again. Eric Dubé, 2,200 proofs the Earth is flat. Watched that. That was hard to understand because I am not scientifically educated in that degree where he went. He did a lot of simple things that I understood, and I was like, it's flat. It's flat. That's all I needed was that puzzle piece. It's flat. I knew it was flat. And so then I go to David Weiss. By the way, get his app, the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. Go buy it. It's only $2.99, one-time fee. That's it. Nothing more. There is a friend finder on it, and if you want it, it's $11.99, 1-year subscription, and it's like you're buying Dave a cocktail once a year, and the guy deserves it, man. He deserves it. He does so many interviews. He's the one who's like does a ton of interviews. He's waking up a lot of people with that app, and that app has all the questions that they hide from us guys. They hide everything. That's why when I was looking up Flat Earth, the only thing I got was Flat Earth Society. That's what it took me to. If they're hiding stuff, it means they don't want you to know it. That's why you see COVID flags. That's why you see all these other flags for all this other stuff. It's loosening up a little. However, we don't know how long it'll take before something happens. I don't know. So anyway, I start looking into it, and I'm like, oh my Lord, that puzzle piece just went in. And I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting there today, and he keeps talking about this Tartaria thing. And so finally I figure out the word that he's saying because I had to rewind and, So I look it up, and I'm like, OMG, oh my God, that what? I was like, what the hell? And then you look at it in the mud floods where you got buildings that are like covered over. Okay. The Utah church, the Mormon Tabernacle, that church was buried 4 stories deep. Did you hear me? 4. Go to John Levi's channel on YouTube. John Levi, Jonlevi. John Levi. And he has a 20-minute little video where he can show you talking to a guy, says, how many stories have you guys dug down? 4. Look up the history of Utah. That's all I got to say. They did not build that building. All of our buildings have been here for centuries. We did not build anything. We have been lied to. We have been lied to like you would not believe. There was a worldwide catastrophe called mudfloods or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't care. It was a worldwide catastrophe. Go look at it. It's everywhere. It's in every city, every state, every country, every piece of land on earth. It was like a great flood, but it was mud. And it buried everything. There is no way Christopher Columbus came here, sailed, look at me. Come on, guys. Come on. Think about it. Think about it. They just try to kill everybody. They tried to take everybody out. They don't want you to know this stuff. They don't want you to wake up from the matrix, from the BS that we're all spoon-fed all throughout our lives. Some people have paid a lot of money for their degrees that they're going to find out that they've been lied to, that everything's been made up. I'm not joking. Do me a favor. Just look up mud floods. Start researching mud floods. Just takes like 5 hours. 5 hours to look it up. And then you'll go, where the fuck are we? Literally, we can't even go past Antarctica. We can't even go to Antarctica. Look at the Antarctica Treaty. People say all the time, oh, well, why don't you go sail over there? Anybody can go to Antarctica. They do it all the time. Shut up. Shut up. Go look it up. Just go look it up. That's the problem. And then people don't want to look it up, but they want to keep thinking the same thing in their head. Guys, stop. Stop. That's what got you in trouble to get the vaccine. You weren't thinking. It's time to start thinking. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been trying to say. It's time to start thinking. We need to think critically, because what happened is not okay, was not okay. People I loved got it, and not going there. But I'm just saying, you gotta wake up, because, and when you wake up, you got no right to be angry. You chose that vaccine. You don't have a right. You chose to believe in everything they said. It was my choice to believe in everything they said. I bought a piece of property. Or you can, 2 years down the road, refinance, no problem. That $2,100 monthly payment. I'm working at Costco, guys. I couldn't afford that. Whew. It is awfully strange looking at yourself doing videos. But anyway, so it's going to take everybody. I can't, like I said, I don't know if I said it, but on my many mistakes of recording myself, I can't wake up certain type of people. I'm not bred for that. There's other people, influencers, that can do that. The people I can wake up are the people that are pissed off at our government, people that are pissed off at cops, people that are pissed off at our society, people that are just pissed. Those are the people I can wake up. If you're not pissed, I can't help you. I could probably wake up I have woken up some people that can wake up their friends, the ones that I can't wake up. They can wake those people up. But if you got a fun, happy-go-lucky person, I got a friend that's a happy-go-lucky person. She's an awesome person. And ex-employee, and she woke up. It was fun, and it's still fun. I still get blamed, but it's all in good-hearted nature, I want to interview her. There's a lot of people I want to interview. I want to interview a lot of people that are going to be doing electroculturing, flat Earth. That would be fun to find out how these guys woke up. Yeah, just tons of subjects. Water, the AquaCure, Brown's gas, how that works. I'd love to interview George Wiseman someday. Look him up on YouTube. George Wiseman. And he sells a machine called the AquaCure. Just look it up. That's all I'm going to say. Watch his videos. And whatever he says in that video, I can attest that it does work for most of the ailments that I used to have. Mostly my back. My back, I mean, people that know me know when I hurt my back, and I always hurt my back. I don't hurt my back no more. I have so much, my muscles and my tissue is so saturated with Easy Gel. Look it up. Just look it up, guys. AquaCure. It's Brown's gas. You got wrinkles, gets away wrinkles. I mean, it ain't doing nothing for it. I don't know what to do about this stuff. I'm going to leave it. It's going to start. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, may not put this one out. I'll see. Anyway, maybe I'll end the show. This is my first one. This is my awakening. Like I said, felt like it started when I was born, but I think it started when I was about 10. 10, learning about revelations, learning about the moon, learning about 9/11, learning about flat earth, mud floods, Tartaria, taking the same trip everybody takes, guys. Who saw that thing that was in the background? Did you see that weird thing floating back there? I can't wait to rewatch this. Hey, that's my sister. No, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Wasn't my sister. It was probably a piece of dirt. Somebody's got to clean their bedroom. Yeah. So let's just end the broadcast, guys. That was fun. It took forever. I think my next interview will be in about a week or so. I hope. I'm going to be interviewing a high school friend of mine that I went to high school with all the way. Well, not just high school. I mean, middle school, elementary. We never like really hung out. So it's not like, hey, bud, you know, but we're familiar with each other. We're acquaintances. You know, he knew my sister. And, you know, I was obviously the younger brother that didn't get to hang out with everybody that was cool. So I went and just hung out with my older friends. But yeah, so I'm going to have Jeremy on. And his name is Jeremy. And find out how he woke up. What happened, you know? Like, what incident was it that as you progress, you know, you should be able to figure out the stages of when you, like, started to develop into this person that you become. You know, hopefully we all look at ourselves like that, be able to understand, because we all have to become better people. I need to become a better person, you know. I'm not just preaching to preach, I mean, or talk to talk. I need to become a better person. That's part of the reason why I am doing the broadcasting or the podcast, is because I need to learn how to talk better and speak better to people, and I need to understand things better. Need to, you know, just work on things. I was supposed to quit smoking today. Didn't happen. But got tomorrow. See how well I do. Anyway, so guys, thank you for watching the first podcast of True Earth, The Awakening. Okay, peace out, guys.